Welcome back, students. I hope you saw the video of the last class and also you revised the same topics in your textbook. So as in when we complete a particular concept or a topic, please go through your textbook, and in case you have any clarification, you just send me a message. We will discuss it in the next class. So yesterday we saw the importance of transportation, and we also saw which are the important organs or important components that are involved in transportation. We saw that in our body, being a complex organism, we have a special organ system which is involved in transportation. And we also saw that the three important components which participate in transportation, they are the blood vessels and the heart. And yesterday we saw the functions of blood, and we also saw the different components of blood. Hope you are able to recollect. We saw that blood has two components, namely plasma and blood cells. We also saw the functions of various blood cells. So today we will be discussing about the function and importance of blood vessels. Okay. Now that blood is there, blood is able to bind to different components and it is ready for getting circulated or transported to different body parts. There should be some mechanism, some system which is able to transport the blood to different parts. And this transport medium is termed as the blood vessel. Okay. So if you see blood vessels, they are again categorized into three types: arteries, veins and capillaries. You are able to recollect what we had learned in the lower classes. In your 7th standard, you have already learned the three different types of blood vessels. So let us see the functions and the difference between all the three. By the term arteries, remember A. So arteries, they always carry blood away from the heart. Okay, so it is like they carry blood from heart to different parts of the body. So remember, they always carry blood away from the heart. So in case they are carrying blood away from the heart, that is from heart to different body parts, then vein, they have the opposite function. They carry blood from various body parts to the heart. So they bring back the blood from different body parts back to the heart. Arteries from heart to different body parts, and veins from various body parts back to the heart. If you see the main function, arteries, they mainly carry only oxygenated blood from heart to different parts of the body. But remember, there is an exception. Exception means there is a particular artery which does not follow this rule. Usually arteries, they carry oxygen rich blood, or we call it as oxygenated blood from heart to different parts of the body. But there is one particular artery which does not follow this, and that is the pulmonary artery. Okay, remember, except for pulmonary artery, all other arteries, they carry oxygenated blood from heart to different parts. What does this pulmonary artery do? When we are learning the function or the circulation of blood through heart, we will learn about the function of pulmonary artery. For now, you just remember that other than this artery, the other arteries, they carry oxygen-rich blood from heart to different parts of our body. And what about veins? So they carry deoxygenated blood from different parts of the body back to the heart. Here again there is an exception, just like the pulmonary artery is an exception. Here also pulmonary vein, they will not carry deoxygenated blood, but they will carry oxygenated blood. How exactly and why exactly, we will learn when we learn the function of heart. For now, you remember that arteries carry oxygenated blood, veins carry deoxygenated blood, but for each of these there is an exception, namely pulmonary artery here and pulmonary vein there. Next, if you see the flow of blood within the artery, they flow rapidly with great speed and at high pressure and with jerks. Do you know jerks? Suddenly when there is a traffic jam and you move in the vehicle, no, and the brakes are applied, you just move to the front and just there is a slight jerk. So in case of blood flow inside the artery, if you see, it is very rapid, very fast, very quick, and with great pressure and with jerks, sudden jerks. Whereas in case of veins, if you see, the blood flow is very slow and it flows smoothly without any jerks, and comparatively the pressure, blood pressure, the flow of blood inside the veins has lower pressure compared to that of arteries. The walls of the arteries are very thick, and the lumen means the inside cavity, or you can say the diameter or the radius, it is narrow. Okay, the walls are thick and the lumen or the inside cavity is narrow. Comparatively, if you see veins, the walls are thin and the lumen is broader than that of an artery. In case of arteries, there are no valves present. What is meant by a valve? You would have seen for closing and opening. If you have this water tank, and sometimes in case there is any repair or you want to just prevent the flow of water to the pipes, then you will just close it. Okay. So in case you see arteries, they do not have any valves in between. Okay. But in case of veins, you will see that they are interrupted by valves. Why they are interrupted by valves? Because to prevent backflow of blood, so that the deoxygenated blood do not flow back to the different parts. One reason being that it is deoxygenated, and second reason being, in case of veins, the blood flows with lesser pressure as compared to arteries. So to prevent the backflow of blood, veins, they have valves inside them, but in case of arteries, it moves with very high pressure, so valves are not required and valves are anyway not present. And where are they located? If you see arteries, they are located deep inside our body. We will not be able to see it through our skin. It is present, located deep inside. And on the other hand, veins, if you see, they are located superficially. That is the reason why they give this intravenous and all, no, in case any medicine or anything has to be given, glucose has to be given, that is given intravenous. Okay, so it is located superficially, whereas arteries are located deep inside. So I hope the differences between arteries and veins are clear. So remember, arteries always carry blood away from the heart to different body parts, and veins bring back the blood from different body parts to the heart. Now what about these capillaries? Capillaries, if you see, they are narrow blood vessels, very narrow, thin blood vessels. And here if you see, the movement of blood is also very slow. What is the main function of capillary? Capillary helps in exchange of various substances between the blood and different tissue fluids. Okay, so if you see arteries and veins, when they enter inside a tissue, in between they are actually connected through these capillaries, and it is through these capillaries that exchange of materials occurs. In case oxygen has to be provided to the cells, then blood flows from arteries to capillaries and from capillaries to different cells. And in case carbon dioxide or waste have to be returned back, this carbon dioxide from the cells or from various tissues, it comes back to the capillaries, and from the capillaries it moves to veins. Okay, so they actually form a kind of network between the arteries and veins, and directly they are involved in exchange of substances between blood and various tissue fluids. So I hope the differences and the functions of the three types of blood vessels are clear to you. So remember, circulatory system or the transportation system involves three main components. First being blood, second being blood vessels, and then later we will look into the functions of heart. So just go through it, go through what is given in your textbook also. Be thorough with the differences and functions functions of these three blood vessels.